guys, welcome to the channel. It's Adam at ND72. So today we got the C32 back in the garage. So at this point, this is the second video of it, I'm going to keep the car. I like the car. Unless someone makes me a crazy offer, I think I'm going to keep it and make it a pretty cool little zippy car. So what we're going to do with this car is we're going to build an exhaust on it, because I think these cars are way too quiet from the factory and it needs a little bit of grunt, and you get quite a bit of performance out of the exhaust, and you drop some LBs. So I'm going to show you this car. I think factory, it came up like 350 horsepower, so even if we gain like 10-15 horsepower from this exhaust, that's better than nothing, and we're going to drop some horsepower, or we're going to drop some LBs off of it, and it's just to make the car seem a little bit more cooler. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like stock, and then we'll start ripping it apart. So stock, this car is pretty effing quiet. It just sounds like a normal C320 or C230. Nothing crazy, but this is a AMG. This should sound so much better. So we're going to start lifting up on the lift. I'm going to see exactly what I want to cut off, what I want to remove, and then I'll start ordering some parts. But by the end of this video, you'll see a full exhaust built for this car. One thing I definitely will be keeping, but I will do the same as I did before polishing them up, these tips. And factory, as you can see, they just sit in there so small. I'm not a fan of that, so I'm going to do it like I do with all my other ones, where I extend it out and stagger them, and we'll try to polish these up, because usually you polish them, and they look pretty good. But not bad at all. Alright, so this car's got full factory exhaust. It's all stainless. Right over here is 2 3/4. And then it goes to its factory resonator. And then to, let's go on, your factory, there you go, that's not stainless, but your factory cats, which these are all rusted up over here. Then it goes to, basically, your factory cats up there to the manifolds. So not bad, but this is 2.5 inch, and I'm pretty sure next down, so we're going to try to go a full 3-inch exhaust. So that's going to free up a lot of flow. And then we will be doing stuff with these objects over here, which I'm not going to say on video. And we'll be doing stuff with those objects. So not bad. We're going to replace with all stainless steel. And we're going to go from over here, which is 2 1/4, and just go 3 all the way back, because it does get a little bit bigger after the Y. But still, if I go 3-inch all the way over, it'll be great, just like with my SLK. And I might throw a muffler in or something. We'll see, because I got a spare 3-inch muffler. So we'll see how I feel about that. Let's start ripping this stuff down. Alright, these are pretty easy to get off. These should be, you got 2 bolts over there, and then right up here, which I do hate this kind of style, but if you can see, there's 2 more up on the manifold right there. And then you got these over here, and that should be basically all the bolts minus out the hangers. Those might suck, because I feel like they're going to break right the F off. But we're going to start pulling everything off and go from there. So I got the old out. I did have to cut over here because these are just so rusted, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be rebuilding this whole thing. But let me tell you effing how heavy this muffler is. This muffler is astronomically heavy. Same with that resonator. This whole setup is extremely heavy. I might weigh it all down and see, but I can tell you right now, if I cut this up, I was going to sell this muffler, but this is way too heavy to ship. Unless someone locally really wants it, then maybe, but it ain't a light piece of material. So we'll start cutting some of it up, basically to get it stored better, and because I want to keep those tips, I'm definitely going to start polishing those and cutting it up. But I did maintain all the factory hangers over here, so most likely with my exhaust, I could use these rubber hangers, because these just bolt right in. They're not that hard to get out, so that way I can do the new exhaust right to them. One thing we're going to do really quick is just polish up these tips, because they're seen better days. Alright, now that we got the whole exhaust pulled off, so basically what I got on the table is I got a lot of scrap and spare exhaust parts that I built them over the years. So we're going to see what will really work with this setup. I got a few O2 bungs and stuff like that. I got a few adapters. I got 2 mufflers where we're going to try to see which one might work on there, because I want it to be relatively not too obnoxious. I got some Y pipes. V-bands we're going to be using on this car. All this is stainless steel, so we're good there. And then the only really factory stuff we're going to be reusing is the flanges that go to the headers. So kind of the generic plan of what I've done with a lot of these cars, if I don't put long tube headers on them, is you cut this part right there by this little piece that's normally here, which I won't say, and then you just get an adapter, and you go weld up the adapter to it. So all this stuff is stainless steel, and we're all going to 3-inch. So the factory was 2-inch. The C-Class one is a really small exhaust. There's some spots where it goes up a little bit more, but now we're going to do full 3-inch, and we're deleting, like we saw, the muffler, the resonator, a lot of the other stuff, so it's going to be a lot more free-flowing, and we're going to be dropping a lot of LBs, because actually, if I got time, I'll try to weigh the factory exhaust. But we also have all this brand new 3-inch piping over here, so I should have plenty of bends with basically 90s, 45s, and U's, and a lot of straights, and then I got plenty of scrap I pulled out of the attic over here, so we're going to start welding up and knock it out. Alright, so we got a 45 welded up to the flange on the driver's side. So my plan is for this whole setup is we're going to bring the exhaust. I'm going to try to keep it as tight as it can. And then it's going to bend and go into this Y pipe. So what I did is I took a U and I cut it to make that bend. So my theory is I'm going to have something like this. And then I'm going to have to trim it all up and then have it go here. And then make sure it lands on this side. So what I gotta do is I want to try to keep it as much up to the body and in like the same route of the factory because it's pretty efficient. So I'm gonna cut a pipe to go from here to here, just a straight pipe. That should be roughly 10 inches. I got a pretty good eye for 10 inches. So we'll do 10 inch, I'll cut right here, and then we'll kind of mock it all up, and then I'll tack it in, and then I'll start pulling apart and welding. And I had a plan of putting a muffler over here in this area, but my issue with the mufflers that I have, they're way too big. They would sit too low. The idea of why I wanted to put a muffler in the center is because it's going to most likely be like a road race car if I don't sell it. And I want all the weight to be in the center, not so much in the rear. But unfortunately, no muffler I have will fit into here tall enough. Everything's a little bit too big. And if I go over a really small muffler, it's going to be counterproductive. So we'll start measuring this out, start getting this all half done. And we're going to have a lot of V-bands. Oh, also what my plan is. So I'm going to have one solid piece that's basically here to the Y pipe. And then there'll be a V-band for that side we'll be able to take apart. And then I could break that side up over there. So it's easier to manipulate if you have to do anything, work on anything. Because I hate when people build exhaust systems that are one whole unit. And then to do any work, you have to take off a lot of crap. Like if I want to remove the trans, I don't have to take it all the way back from back there. So we're going to measure out this 10-inch, cut a piece of straight, and try to build this section first. Alright, so we got basically the front half of it all built. This is the driver's side. So how we kind of have it is 3 inches with some mandrel bends, and it's welded to the Y pipe. And then I have the V-band that I welded on here. It's all just kind of tacked up right now. That's going to be part of this side, which is the driver's side. Same thing, 3 inch, same bends. We got a V-band there. I'm going to clean this all off perfectly and re-weld it up. And then we'll install this one after I paint it and coat it. And then this should stop us right here on the car. And then we're going to work that single piece going all the way back. So the plan is it should be 3 to 4 pieces. That way it's easier to pull off. So we're going to start doing that, start cleaning up the tips, and go from there. Alright, so we got this side more or less coated really quick, the O2 in. I built it like this to make it pretty easy to install. So it should just be 2 bolts. We're going to put it in kind of loosely and then put the stand over there and then grab the other piece. See? That easy. So with just 2 bolts, special little friend over here, and the little holder, it goes in, so we're going to leave it loose. That way I can adjust it a little bit. If you look up here, I still got plenty of room for the O2 to actually kind of get it for future if I need to. See, I can put my hand in there for all this activities. And it's still tucked in pretty high. I might eventually put mounts over here to bolt it to here, but I want to see how it feels. So we're going to start working on the other side now. Alright, so we got it all bolted up. We scratched it a little bit, but I have to switch quick coat of paint. So I'll do a better coat. As you see, we got the V-band here. So it's going to make it very easy where this is one piece, And then this is one piece, and then I got a V-band over here that I'm going to make for the rest of the back. But I just want to see how holdable, or well, that's not appropriate, how easy, no, how good it holds without putting these other brackets on. So we're going to see. Bam. It's pretty sturdy. There's plenty of room for over here for basically heat management. And if you look, it's not too much lower than the floor. I mean, I made some that tuck up a lot higher. Like this bend's good. This bend over here is not that good. But it's good enough for what I'm going to do with. So, you know what? I'm going to do something that we all kind of like to do. I'm going to lower it and see how loud it is like this. Because this is basically just no muffler or nothing, but let's lower it and see how loud it is. Alright, now we're going to see what it sounds like with basically just like down pipes and going to that Y pipe. I wonder if it's too loud. Yeah, it's a little loud, so we're going to put it back up and keep building the rest of the exhaust, and I'm definitely going to put a muffler on this because this is way too loud. But we'll knock it out now. Okay, so as you saw, we got the C32 exhaust halfway built. Some might say the hard part's done, some might say the easy part's done, but mainly what we all agree on, this bad girl's way too loud. So if I continue the straight pipe version of it, it's going to be way too loud for me at my age, and with these supercharged cars, I like to hear the whine. And since we're going to be whippling this car soon, hopefully, I feel that whine's going to sound really effing crazy. So we have a few muffler options over here. All right, we have three options. A aftermarket, basically MagnaFlow or Flowmaster knockoff that I got off of Amazon. We have a factory resonator, and then we have the factory muffler for this car. So the factory muffler for this car is like really effing heavy. It looks like it has a crap load of like baffles and stuff. This one also has baffles. This is the resonator, but this resonator is a straight through design. Let's see if you could see in there. If you can see, it's a straight through design with basically insulation all throughout. It's very light. I will not be using this Y pipe. I'll probably be cutting it and save it for a future build. I have plenty of Y pipes. So what I did right now is I have a straight pipe extended all the way over there, and we're going to put each muffler design on there and see which one sounds better. Alright, I get this is pretty loud, but I'm going to start putting on mufflers. That one quieted down a lot with still having the good rumble. Pretty good. That one did some. And then there's the factory. Alright, so here's my opinion. The factory and then the resonator do almost the same sounding wise, but the resonator is way lighter, going to be way easier to install, and way more flow-throughing. Now that aftermarket one does sound pretty good, but between the weight and the sound, I like the resonator one. So I would build this, even if it is still too loud, I'm going to put the resonator kind of in the middle of the car like it would be factory. So if I ever need to, I could also then throw a muffler back on the other end of it to make it a little bit quieter, but we do like that growl. So we're going to start welding it up, plan it out, and see how it goes. All right, so the kind of plan right now might change, is to put the resonator right around here-ish, and then just build off. Sorry if you hear my wheels and my cart go. Build off, and then come right over here to like a straight pipe with the factory tips. I have a few Y pipes and stuff like that will go over there, even it out. And then I still have all this room in case I ever want to shove another small muffler in there to make it a little bit quieter. But also we're going to be using a lot of scrap extra pieces because we're trying to do this whole build on a budget. I don't know if any of those bends will work. We're going to see what we got. We have some new bends, some new Y pipes, and we're going to take these tips off of here. We might clean them up a little bit and then throw them on the car. All right, we got it basically all done. As you can see, let me move my little cart. We did go with just the resonator over here and then 3-inch all the way back, and we painted it and we went to the factory tips. Now, it is a little rusty right now. I do need to repaint it and recoat it, but I'm probably going to remove all this. I don't like the sound of it right now. I'm going to show you it. I think it's too loud, but this is going to be perfect for now. We did stick with the factory tips. We're going to lower it, give it a fire up, let you listen to it. All right, let's see how it sounds. The car's already been running for a little bit, so it's not really a cold start, but let's just listen. It's not really too loud. I mean, we're in the garage. It's not rumbling too bad. I think it sounds way better than when it did sound racy before, but it's not bad. Okay, so the exhaust is all built. Now, do I like the sound? Not really. Eventually, I'm going to put another muffler back there. But since this car is going to be the prime candidate for the VRP Whipple supercharger setup, I don't really want to modify it anymore or put long tube headers or do anything else. I want to leave it exactly how it is and take it to the dyno like this and actually see what numbers we put down with almost stock car. So that's why we're not going to touch the exhaust anymore. We're going to leave it how it is. At least has the exhaust on it now. It sounds mediumly okay. Like I said, mediumly okay. It wasn't like my best weld, my best anything, but it is going to work. And it's going to be perfect for the dyno that we could actually see what base power we got. Because just a re-up, if you guys don't know, the decision with this car was, we are now going to be working with VRP, and we're going to be putting their Whipple supercharger kit on this car. It's got billet all over the place, billet top mount intercoolers, billet throttle body, billet runners, billet, and Whipple. So that's all over. So we're going to be trying to throw this on like a base car. Granted, we just did the exhaust, but I don't really think the exhaust is going to add more than like 10 horsepower, maybe. But we will be taking the car to the dyno exactly how it is and see what power we actually pull out in hot, sunny Florida, 100-degree weather. But if you guys want to get in on this kit, it is live on their website right now for pre-orders. I'm going to be getting the prototype, guys. The prototype, so it will be a little bit rough around the edges. But if you want to go purchase one or pre-order one, you could use my coupon code at ND_72. That will save you 10% off. It also saves you on a few other items on their website, and it does help me out. So go look it up. Go check it out. Go message them. Go talk to them. It's good that we have a company that's still going to be making parts for this car. So hopefully it all works out good. I'm sure it will, and I'll catch you guys later.